Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the walkthrough for the season 138 of the Tournament of Power. You have timestamp for all the fights in the video bar. You can jump to any section at any time. But let's start with the team building. I already recorded this part during the guide video, so if you have your team you can jump to fight number 1. Otherwise, please listen carefully. This is the team building for the season. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. I have the summary chart on screen, but in general what we're gonna have is 2 purple unit, 2 red unit, 2 green, 1 yellow, 1 blue. If you don't have 2 red unit, you can replace one of them with a yellow or blue as a secondary unit, but I would really advise to have 2 reds. You must have LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku if you own him in your team, instead of one of the tier 2 purple I own. Same for red ToP, he will replace one of the reds. Other than that, it should be super easy to find out which characters are tier 2 in your box. You just filter by Universal Survival Saga as an episode, and you can put as your tag Super Saiyan Go Super Saiyan plus Rival Universe. Do not click include all tags and they should all pop up. To find out which ones are the best for your team in terms of colors, you're gonna filter by power level here, and you can find out which ones are the best. For example, we're gonna go with purple, and you can filter and find which ones have the highest power level. Now I didn't use the 2 best actually because I wanted to test the Jiren here, the free to play, so I removed the Zenkai Jiren. But if you want to go more optimal, I would remove the free to play Jiren for the Zenkai one in this instance. Then you're gonna do that for every single color: red for example, green, purple, yellow and blue. You're gonna need only 1 blue, 1 yellow, like I said, 2 greens and 2 purple and 2 reds. Now purples, there is 2 free to play, so you can find 2 free to play to max 14 star if you need them. Same for greens, so you should have 2 purple, 2 greens, no problem. For blue, same thing, there is free to play Jiren, and actually he's the best blue to use in my opinion, unless you have some other art boosted. Make sure everyone is above 7 star. Make sure your free to play are 14 star, and you can Zenkai your characters from the Vados event. You can get them to Z3 if needed. For example, if you have got Topo 7 star and you want to Zenkai him, you can get him from the Vados event to Z3, and Z3 is gonna be absolutely fine. That's basically it about the team building. It's just depending on what you have in your box. One important thing for this walkthrough: do not use any of the color switch unit you can see on screen, or any color switch unit, because we cannot put them in the top row. So no Cauliflacade, no Evocan or God Goku and hit. Just use a regular color character that do not change. Let me go over the equipment very quickly. You can have the classic Clash equip, car equip and second gold equip in your team, like the Bergamo here. For me, I have a very high star team, so I can allow myself to have some offensive equip. For example, one of my red will be defensive, the other one will have damage. But if you have a very low star team, or a team that is not friendship and all, I would advise you to go with the classic. If you have a high star team, you have some friendship, I would do some offensive equip on my purple, some offensive equip on my greens. My yellow must have a defensive equip because he's gonna be in couple of fights in the top row alone. My blue can have an offensive equip. For reds, I would do both of them defensive if possible, unless you have like 2 Zenkais like me, because they will be in the top row in a lot of fights. One last thing for this team: make sure to have your Jiren to strike. This one, the free to play, he will default to blast, but he has much higher strike attack, so if you are using him, make sure you have him as strike. I can also show you my friendship if you wish to. Here is what I have. Basically everyone is max friendship. And for my art boost, I only have a little bit of art boost on Caulifla. I used her in the old ToP format, so she has a little bit of art boost, but it's not gonna be super necessary. We are going to start with fight number 1 on the right hand side, and we're gonna have some purples in the top row. Before we get into it, disclaimer: do not use any of the color switch unit you can see on screen, or any color switch unit, because we cannot put them in the top row. So no Cauliflacade, no Evocan or God Goku and hit. Just use a regular color character that do not change. Other than that, 2 reds is very important for this season, so please have 2 if possible. Unless you have a new box or so, you should be able to. Especially if you have the new god ToP, you must have a second red next to him, because he might die on his own. Other than that, for this fight, we're gonna have double purple in the top. This Jiren, make sure to have him as a strike unit, because he has a much higher strike stat, as you can see here. Change it if you didn't yet. Then in the middle, we're gonna have double red plus 1 yellow. In the bottom, 1 blue. If you have the new god ToP, he will replace the reds. If you have the new Kaioken Goku, he will replace one of the purple. Targeting wise, we're going to do the following on screen: yellow first, then red. After that, we're gonna go with purple Vegeta, Whis, and we finish with double green. We are starting with an easy one. Everyone is healthy, which is good, and we full KO'd. Now let's move on to the next fight, and it's number 2. We are going to have 3 yellow enemies, therefore double red is a must in the top row. In the middle row, we're gonna have double green plus 1 blue, although if you own the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, you're gonna remove that blue and put your Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the new LR of course. Then in the bottom, you're gonna have a solo yellow. If you have only 1 red in your team, you're gonna put a solo red in the top row, and here you can put a second blue or a second yellow depending on who you took. Targeting wise, what we're gonna do is the following. We're going to go with a blue first, then a purple, red. After that, we're gonna go with EXT and Goku, and you have to finish with Piccolo. Easy fight, and we full KO everyone. Now let's go to the next one, and it's gonna be fight number 3. We need reds again in the top row, so put them both of them here. If you have god ToP and he's dropping lower in HP, I would recommend you to put just a solo red in the top and your god ToP in the bottom. So if he's below 60% HP, I would say I would put him in the bottom row, so he can heal and do 1 solo red could do the job. Same thing if you have only 1 red in your team. In here you can put a yellow or a purple, and it could work perfectly fine. In the middle row, we're gonna have double green and 1 blue. Everyone should have it without any problem. In the bottom, you can have either a purple or yellow, both work. I'm gonna go with the purple because these 2 guys for me, they have a high special gauge. You see the yellow line in the bottom, and I want to save a super for next fight. Here is the targeting on screen. Now for this one, it's gonna be pretty much the same, but if you took a purple in the bottom row, I will take the green my second. If you took a yellow in the bottom row and not a purple, I would take the purple my second. So for me, I took cauliflower, so the green my will go second. Third is gonna be a red, then the purple my. But if you took a yellow, switch the 2 mice, and we finish with double yellow. Perfect, everything looks good, and the enemy team is full KO'd. Let's move on to the next fight. This is the most difficult of the season because there is a revival unit and so many new sparking, so they will have higher stat. But hopefully we're gonna full KO. Anyway, in the top row you're gonna have a solo yellow in your team, and you're gonna put him here. Put him on the damage reduction. If you took double yellow in your team instead of 1 yellow and you didn't take a second red, you can put double yellow here and one of your purples will go to the middle. Otherwise, 1 solo yellow is fine. In the middle, you're gonna have double red and plus 1 blue. If you got double blue instead of double red, you can put your second blue here. And on the damage reduction in the middle, you're gonna put your low healthy red, so he doesn't take as much damage for this fight. In the bottom, you're gonna have double purple. Your Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the LR, if you got him, he replaces one of the purple, and the ToP, the red one, will replace one of the red if you own him. For the targeting, we're gonna go with the red Krillin first, then green, after that Majin Buu, then we're gonna go with Nappa, and we finish with double purple, but you must take the cooler last. Let's see if we full KO. Regardless, our HP is very good, which is nice. And yes, we did, which is good. It's one of the hardest fights with the last one, number 12. Now let's move on to the next fight, which is number 5. exact same as number 2. So double red in the top row. If you own only one red, then you're gonna put one red in the top. In the bottom you're gonna put a second yellow or second blue depending on what you took. If your god topo is below 60% HP, you're just gonna put one red in the top row and god topo will go to the bottom. I'm talking about the red one. In the middle you're gonna have double green, and here you can have a blue or the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the LR if you got him. So you're gonna put Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku instead of the blue if you own him, and you must have the LR in every fight for the extra bonus points. In the bottom we're gonna have a solo yellow. Targeting wise, we are not going to change anything. Blue first, purple, then red. After that Tien, Goku, and you finish with Piccolo. Alright, we took no damage, it's very nice, and we full KO'd everyone. Let's move on to fight number 6. We can approach this fight multiple ways with different targeting and positioning, but I chose green because everyone should have 2 maxed out green. You have 2 free to play, and we're gonna go with 2 greens in the top row. In the middle row, double red plus 1 yellow. If you took a yellow instead of a red, you can have a second yellow here in the middle, or you can have a blue in the middle instead of a red if you don't have double red. In the bottom you're gonna have a solo purple, and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku will replace that purple if you own him, and God Topo, the red one, will replace one of the red if you own him. For the targeting we need to be a little bit precise with this one. We need the purple first, then Hero Charlotte. Before he transforms he will be super low in defensive stuff, so we can kill him quickly. Then we're gonna go with the yellow, then a green, red need to be 5th, and we finish with the blue unit. Okay, only the Vados took some damage, which is okay. Everyone else is max HP, and we full KO the enemy. Now let's move on to fight number 7. We need yellows in the top row for this one, so I'm gonna put my solo yellow here. But if you took double yellow instead of double red, you're gonna put double yellow in the top, move on one of the greens to the middle instead. Then in the middle row I'm gonna have double red plus 1 blue. If you have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, you're gonna remove one of the blues for the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku here. If you have double blue instead of double red, you're gonna remove one of the reds for one of the blues. In the bottom row you're gonna have a double green unit. Everyone should be able to do it without any problem. Targeting wise, what we're gonna do here is the yellow first, the old full power, then a blue, then a yellow, another blue, and we finish with double purple. Our yellow took some damage, which is okay. I think it's the last fight with him in the top row, and we should be fine for the rest, and he should heal up for the end of this run. Then the enemy team is KO'd. Now let's go to the fight number 8. For this one I'm gonna show you 2 strats to approach it, with either reds in the top row or blues in the top row. Most people, I would really advise reds in the top row unless you do not have double red, so I would go with blues in the top row. If you have a low star god topo, I would go with blues in the top row. So if he's below 6 star, I would do that. Even below 7 star, I would go with blues in the top row. And if you have your reds lower HP, so your reds are dropping red low in HP, I would go with blues. However, all the others, if you have 2 good reds, I would go with reds in the top row. Now let me show you both positioning and targeting. We start with reds in the top row. We're gonna have double red in the top, in the middle double purple plus 1 blue, and in the bottom 1 yellow. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the LR, replaces one of the purples, and if you have got topo above 7 star or 7 star or above, he replaces one of the reds. If you have only one red or a low star got topo, what I would do is blues in the top row, so you're gonna put your blue in the top. You're gonna have double red in the middle plus 1 green. In the bottom you're gonna have 1 yellow, 1 purple. If you own double yellow and you don't own double red, then I'm gonna put both more of my yellows in the bottom row here and have 1 purple in the middle. If you own double blue instead of double red, you're gonna put both your blue here in the top row, and in the middle row you're gonna move one of your purples to that, and that should be okay. Actually, you can move one of the greens in the bench for this, unless you have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, then have a purple here. and double blue in the top row. If you have a solo blue, go with this formation. For targeting, reds in the top row is on screen. Gohan will go first, then a purple, then a red, then a purple, and we finish with double yellow. If you are going with blues in the top row, you need to take out one of the yellows, then a purple, then yellow, after that another purple, and you finish with double red, and Gohan need to be last. Me personally, I'm gonna go with the reds in the top row, of course, because I have two good healthy reds, and for targeting it's gonna be on screen while it's loading. We're gonna go with Gohan first before he transforms, then 2-star purple, Pan, another purple, then yellow, and you need to finish with UI Goku last. Everything seems fine. Let's see if we full KO'd. Yes, we did. Now let's move on to fight number 9. We have done it multiple times now. Fight number 2 and fight number 5 are the same. We're going to put double red in the top row. If you own only one red, you're gonna put only one red, and here you're gonna put your second blue or second yellow depending on what you took. Also, if you have one of your reds low HP, you can put him in the bottom and just keep the one high HP in the top. Same thing if your ToP is low HP, you can save him in the bottom row. This is the last fight with reds in the top row. In the middle we're gonna have double green plus one blue, but if you own the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, you're gonna put him here next to the 2 green instead of the blue, and in the bottom we're gonna have a solo yellow. Targeting wise, we're gonna do the same as the last 2 times. We're gonna do blue first, purple, then red, then EXT Goku, and you finish with Piccolo. That was the last time with some reds in the top row. We full KO'd like the last 2 times with this fight. Now let's move on to number 10. This one is straightforward. We need greens in the top row, so put both of your green. We're gonna put double red plus 1 yellow in the middle. If you have the new Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, you remove the yellow and put the other Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken there. If you have double blue or double yellow instead of double red, you can remove one of the red for the color you own. Targeting wise, we need to take out the purple first, then red 21 or red Gohan, then after that the yellow, then we're gonna go with the other red and finish with the double blue. Let's see, everyone is still healthy. We full KO'd. Now let's move on to the next one, and that's fight number 11. This one is super simple. We're gonna go with a double purple in the top row, then we're gonna have double red plus 1 yellow in the middle and 1 green in the bottom. If you don't own double red, you replace one of them with either yellow if you have a second yellow, or a blue unit if you have double blue. Now I'm not gonna take out this yellow to this fight. He has a super ready for the next fight, and the next fight is much harder, so I'm gonna bench him for a blue unit. You can do the same if you have the same thing as me. So if one of your reds or one of the yellow in the middle has a super ready, you can bench him for the blue unit and save the super. Same thing here, take out the green that has the least gauge for this fight, so you can save the other one for the next fight with a super. You can just check the gauge, the yellow line in the bottom, and see which one has the highest. Now for the targeting, we're gonna take out the purple cooler first. I'm not sure I'm gonna kill him, I don't have a yellow, but we need to take him out because he can transform. Then the EX blue unit, after that a purple, then we're gonna go with the red, and we finish with double green. Looks like we have a super with this bow and one with bergamot sword, which is nice, and we full KO'd the enemy team. Now let's move on to the last fight. This one is gonna be straightforward. We're gonna put our double green in the top, 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 red in the middle. Take the one with the highest gauge here so you can super, and in the bottom you're gonna take a purple. Same thing, you can take one with the highest gauge, but this one is not gonna super, only 37% gauge, so I'm gonna take the Caulifla that has higher stats. As always, you can take the ToP, the red one, instead of the red this boy have, and the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken instead of the purple. We're going to take out the purple tag unit first, then after that we're gonna go with the Budio because they reverse color turn 2, then the yellow, After that, the Pycon that revived, Blue Gogeta, and we finish with the Fusion Super Vegito. Thank you so much for watching. My score will be on screen. We pretty much full KO'd every fight. This is gonna be without the new unit, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to get the 1 KCC without them, because there is 2 summonable units, and every time it happened we weren't able to, unless very few people summon on Gotopo and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Goku. 800cc is gonna be what we do for this season. Do not summon for ToP, please. 200cc difference is not a big deal. Are you gonna summon 1 KCC just to get 200 more? Even if you get lucky, it's not worth it. Just use the new unit if you got them only. Have a good one everyone, and goodbye.